custody. Now listen to what Aloy Ejimakor tweeted. He said, profound appreciation to Rep. Jarvis Johnson, for once again coming through for justice by urging the U.S. Congress to take urgent action for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Urgent action. Mazi must not die in custody. US, UN, Nigeria, EU, Kenya. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must not die in DSS custody because his hands are clean. We know the world have killed so many innocent people, and yet, judgment day, they will pay. Even karma makes them to pay dearly for daring to waste innocent blood. So, but God said no, he will not die. He won't die, he will live to see the goodness of God in the land of the living. Jarvis Johnson, member of the state of Texas House of Representatives in the United States of America, has made a passionate appeal for urgent and unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Kanu is being detained at the custody of Nigerian Department of State Services, Abuja, after he was forcefully brought to Nigeria from Nairobi, Kenya, by a combined intelligence team of Nigeria and Kenya, despite court verdicts and UN working groups' opinion acquitting and directing Kanu's release. Nigerian government has remained adamant. He is accused of running a proscribed group, jumping bail, and treason. To this end, the U.S. congressman, in a statement made available to our reporter in Oyo on Wednesday by Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, special counsel, sought the support of his fellow lawmakers in releasing Nnamdi Kanu on both health grounds and his inalienable right to self-determination. Quoting the lawmaker, "For months now, it is in public knowledge that Kanu's health condition has deteriorated and continues to do so on a daily basis. He suffers from serious heart condition and other ailments, which he is not getting medical attention. There is growing concern, fear that the present government of Nigeria intends to cause his disappearance prior to May 29, 2023, when it plans to hand over to him to an incoming administration. He therefore demands his colleagues to use their good offices to urgently intervene with the government of Nigeria to immediately and unconditionally release Kanu from his solitary confinement and end his extraordinary rendition to Nigeria." He further stated that the right of self-determination is a natural right and is enshrined in our fundamental document, the Declaration of Independence and Constitution. It has been and is our policy and practice to support this right as we are now doing in Ukraine. What is good for the Ukrainians is also good for Kanu and the Igbo race. Mr. Johnson recalled how Kanu traveled to Nairobi, Kenya from UK on May 12, 2021 with a British passport and was legally admitted into Kenya, and how consequently he was abducted in Nairobi by the agents of Nigeria, adding that he disappeared in Nairobi and was tortured for 8 days. Quoting him, on June 27, 2021, he was extradited by the government of Nigeria to Nigeria. This fact was being admitted by the government of Nigeria via its Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami. It was also confirmed by the Kenyan High Commissioner to Nigeria, who shortly thereafter died under mysterious circumstances. That Kanu was extraordinarily extradited, renditioned, has been judicially affirmed by the Nigerian court and the United Nations Working Group in Arbitrary Detention as a result of the persistence and the consistent effort of the Kanu'S family, the UK's Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office (FCDO) and its Foreign Affairs Committee have engaged in insufficient effort to secure his release from Nigerian government's extraordinary rendition. He expressed sadness that despite UK working groups and Nigerian courts discharging and acquitting Kanu of all the charges and ordering and directing his unconditional release, the government of Nigeria continues to disobey its courts and to ignore the unanimity of laws prohibiting extraordinary rendition. He therefore appealed for the support of fellow congressmen in accomplishing the urgent, unconditional, and immediate release. Okay, that is what we have here right now. I am thanking God because Kanu is being backed by men that matter. Because he's not a terrorist. Yes, if he's a terrorist, nobody will come to his aid. Even his family will be affected. And you can see. So when people are ranting online, calling him terrorist and all that, they are just simply the wicked ones. You know, Nigeria government is a terrorist government that went out of its way to do abduction of Kanu. You know, all the while Kanu has been in UK, they don't have any legal ground to get him arrested. That was why they waited for him to shift from UK and then go to an African country, which is Kenya, and they forcefully abducted him. That was pure abduction, kidnap. All right. So a terrorist government goes about kidnapping, but a sovereign government, a sovereign state can go in a very legal process to get anyone arrested. That is, if it is in the ambient of law. Urgency is needed in the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Urgency, when I say urgency, it needed urgency. So thank God for the call for the congressmen to help and force Nigerian government to release Nnamdi Kanu. More especially now that they want to have a change of government. They should not transfer his case from one government to the other. At least it was dealing with Buhari. Buhari should have confronted him to ask him, what are the things you are talking about me? Prove this, prove that. But because he said the truth to power, they couldn't confront him. They are just using adjournment and torture against the honest and truthful man we have. Nnamdi Kanu, nothing will happen to you. All hands must be on deck. Biafrans, this is another ample opportunity where we can key in to push for Kanu's release. Thank you very much for your time on this very channel. It will never be taken for granted. God bless you.